How do? This is part two. Human resources is our key to our freedom. So yeah, as I saying, the giant corporations and small corporations at the moment have basically held our forefathers, ourselves as generations, and the generations to come under basically a 48-4 wage slave in system. Um, and what we need to do is basically get out of this sacrifice of enslavement and basically get into using this natural seasonal way of 3913 in human resources as a working roster template. So yeah, as I say again, it's 39 weeks that you get as a career time back to yourself, and you work 13 weeks for 4 people in every job role relevant, keeping in the free world. That's a non-monetary world. That's the only way it's going to work for us. If it's a career to you, I said again, you probably don't mind doing 26 weeks or 39 weeks. You tell me about that. I mean, it questions your soul of how much you really want to do a thing in the free world. Is it really a career to you in the other side of all this from a monetary system? You see, and it can always change every year, to what you feel like doing 26 weeks or 39 weeks. But you must have at least 13 weeks off if you do 39 weeks, I'd say, if it's your career. So you can have some sort of live life and have respite from what you're doing, even if you do love what you're doing, which a career should be what you love you're doing, which you love to do, right? As I say, they furloughed us in the COVID times, and everything was staggered in the skeleton key of our duties. So when now we're back in there in this world order of theirs in the first lockdown, all we've got to do is remove the money through system and get to step 3 of that, which is becoming non-monetary. And step 4, as I say, is to then put this 3913 template working roster into human resources. This will change everything for us, and it will liberate us and fix what we need to fix, you see, and no one loses out when things get closed down because there's no money to answer to, so you're safe as houses in your own household living. What I'm saying is, you couldn't really be sort of like this greedy if everything's free for you anyway, because what it comes down to really is you only have so much sort of like storage in your house of capacity or volume of storage, right? So that's the capacity or volume of storage is basically whether you're poor or you're rich. That is to say, poor is in your small 1-bedroom house or 5-bedroom house, or rich as in you've got 8 to 10, 20-bedroom houses to store. As it says, the poor will always be the poor, but it doesn't mean we can't be as free as the rich, which is all about. You see, this is where it's coming from. It's where we need to be sort of like focusing on, and agreeing with, it gets on the same page on level, But like, say the system's broke, right? That's because the bankers, the government, and their legal law have got into all these industries and basically done what they do to it, which is basically make everything shoestrung for their greed, and nothing properly runs as good as it could be. Just that bit better that it needs to be, and so everything's properly like in a flow state more. Everything's a bit more palatable in service, humanly possible what we can do, you see. And that's what it's about, making it that bit better. Because it's all it can actually really be a bit better, but a bit better is that sort of like human, sort of like, well, it's palatable, that's okay, it's better for us, at least we're actually trying to do it. Everything's going to be still chock-a-block in the waiting list. Come today of a monetary system, come tomorrow of a free world. The waiting list for operations and housing, queuing up for new housing, upsizing and downsizing or mutual exchanges is still going to be, in the organisation of waiting. But at the same time, you're not sort of like under the stress of money anymore, you see. And what it is just trying to speed up where we can a little bit more to do that. For a housing example, if all 3 stocks of housing were to go into one stock, say to call it the first estate, wouldn't have more wriggle room for ourselves? Now we've got basically more stock to all the housing now to basically move around in. So like to say like council, it's not just council for council and private property for private property, it's all property in one. Yeah, so you've got more wriggle room. That's it for now really, but this is what I want to sort of like clear up a little bit more and say again, as I say on these vlogs that I'll keep on putting out there, saying the same thing, is because I want to get the algorithms out there. It's very short form, this rhetoric, what I'm talking about, but once it's out there, people get the gist, And all of them are trying to condense it in a rhetoric that we understand, so we know we've got a short form way about ourselves, in our mental batter, to basically, take out this system and have a good argument against basically why we should usher in this Krita Yuga, this flow state system, against a monetary governmental banking system that needs to be removed. And it's the 5-step plan I talk about. As I say, become neutral, don't vote, as I say, become neutral, become non-monetary, enable the the 3913 template drive, maybe the 44473 was another one, but that's probably very highly unlikely. Maybe some here and there, some juries might do 7 weeks and 3 days with 7 people, not something like fruit picking or something, who knows. Some industry may use that somewhere, we'll find out if it ever gets used. But on step 5, I say, is decriminalise all drugs. And have more rehab stations, so then all 5 sides of the pyramid system has been extinguished, you see, on the cube of earth we live on. So yeah, I'll leave it there right now, and think about all these things, because this is our way out, said the Joker to the thief. Alright, see you later, bye.